Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be walking through this business. This e-commerce business is doing about $198,000 every single month. To put this in perspective, one of their best days was a few days ago where they made $17,000 in a single day with 124 orders. On average, they're pulling in about $8,000 to $7,000 a day with between 50 and 100 orders, which is supposed to be their average. And so this is a great business for a lot of reasons. I really like what these guys are doing. And so today's video, we're going to be looking at what they're selling, how they're selling it, and how us people that we're trying to start our own e-commerce businesses with dropshipping or private label or branding, whatever it is, how can we essentially get into the same niche, start selling similar products, start advertising to the same customers. And basically, if this company is doing around 200K a month in sales, how can we come close to it? Can we make 2K a month? Can we make 20K a month? Is that even possible with this business? That's everything that we're going to be figuring out in today's video. Like everything, I look at businesses in this sense where we look at the offer, we look at the ad, and we look at the funnel. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the offer, ad, and funnel of this business as well. All right, so what is the offer? So essentially what they're selling is a facial red light massager. Okay, and they're positioning it as the safest and most effective non-surgical way to lift and tighten sagging skin at home. Now I'm going to get into the copy analysis a little bit more towards later on in this video, but this is such great copy. The safest, most effective non-surgical way to lift and tighten sagging skin at home. There is so much great copy in here, right? It is how to get X benefit, right, without Y issue, right, at home. This is going to be one of the best and most effective ways that you can start creating headlines. Start to see a noticeable improvement within 2 weeks. Again, a timeline within which you can start seeing results, and a 2-week timeline is realistic, right? Because it's not like, oh, it's not instant. So Facebook isn't really going to penalize us for that. Okay, clinically proven, 100% safe, natural, non-invasive, FDA clear. Just the amount of great copy that's in here is so amazing. This is the product, right? They've just honestly hammered in the results, right? You use this and you're going to experience amazing, insane results. It's clinically backed, and they've even prepared a full offer, right? So another thing that I like that they're doing is that if you go ahead and take this, we're going to give you access to a private mastermind. We're going to give you a nutrition plan, a video course, home remedies, and 24/7 email consulting, right? To be able to help you use. So you're not just buying a product, you're buying a system. When you mix in physical products and digital products and create an offer, you basically set yourself apart from people in Amazon. So now people always ask me whenever they're starting their e-commerce business, why shouldn't I just sell on Amazon? Okay, why should I sell privately? The number one reason why, if you're thinking about starting e-commerce business, you should do it on your own website versus Amazon is if you build it on Amazon, number one, you're building Amazon's business. You're not building your own business. Okay. All of the customers that you get, you don't get to see the customer information. You don't get to interact with them after the sale is made. Unless you put in some marketing material inside of your products, you're not going to really get to interact with the customer. Okay. And so all you really own is an Amazon listing. Okay. Versus over here, you own a brand name. You own all of your customers, all of the information, all of the emails, everything that you get, you own that customer base. Okay, like for example, tomorrow in my e-commerce business, this is an e-commerce business that I vlog. Okay, in this business, we are profitable pretty much every single day. This has been a great business and a great journey to have been on, right? But let's say this business that's done, okay, this is in December, it did 7K in sales, but in around April, it had 30K in sales with a nice healthy 20K profit. Okay, so let's say this business was taken away from me. Okay, Facebook decided to shut me down and I wasn't able to advertise. I still own all of the emails. I still own the entire customer base here, right? I can send out some email marketing and start getting orders again for my business. So I'm not completely shut down. I can use that same email marketing and go to another platform and build lookalike audiences. I could go ahead and rent out lists where I basically do an exchange where you can email my list and I can email your list. There's a ton of ways that I can still get juice out of my business. But over here, if Amazon shuts you down, which has happened to a lot of people that I know, if Amazon pulls your listing, you are done. Your entire business vanishes overnight. Okay. And so another question that I continually get is, how do I compete with Amazon? Well, you compete with Amazon because number one, you can't show these type of images on Amazon, right? Over here, you have to show like very normal images, okay? Because Amazon cannot take on any type of liability. So sometimes you will see that inside Amazon, even this image, I don't think is real. I think this is a photoshopped image, okay? Because they can't really show certain things. I don't think Amazon wants any of that liability. Whereas us, we can stand behind our product, we can show before after, so we can be more persuasive in our sales. And with that, we can charge a higher price. So over here, this product is actually priced at $199. Okay, this product is about $199, whereas this is only $37. And why is this only $37, whereas we can charge $199 over here? Well, essentially, over here, there's an entire landscape of cheap products that you're competing with. Okay, so the choice is, okay, this is $37. Everybody who comes on Amazon is a price shopper anyway, right? But when somebody comes here, they're not really thinking about the price, specifically if you take them to a funnel page first. So it's a little bit of a segue, but what this business is doing, that's doing, close to $200,000 in sales, is that it's not taking its traffic to that page that we saw. It's taking them to this first, where it's talking about the benefits, right? Get X reward without X pain. Okay, it's from a doctor. It's showing all of the reasons why you need to use it. It's showing some results. It's showing people use it. It's you showing the scientific reasons of why it works, right? So it's doing all of this stuff so that no matter what price you pay for it, number one, you're comparing the price anyways to surgery because that's the other alternative to get it fixed, right? And number two is that you're pretty much going to be primed to buy if you apply 50% discount and checkout. And over here, whatever the price is, you've been inundated with so much marketing that there's going to be a much higher likelihood that you're going to pay that top price. So that is why you should, number one, build your funnels. You should launch your product off Amazon and not on Amazon. There's a ton of other reasons, like the cost of inventory, the cost to make your listing successful, the cost of this. There's just so much. If you're a big player and you have big money to make and big money to lose, then Amazon's great, because Amazon really favors people with a lot of money who can come in with a ton of inventory priced very low, because Amazon is in the favor of the customer. Its entire game is, how can I pass all the advantages off to the customer? And sometimes as a seller, that doesn't really make sense for us, right? That's why I should say I would launch it. And so I've taken advantage of the discrepancy a lot. So I build up my funnels and I would go ahead and supply the product from Amazon anyways, because these two essentially are the same product. This is just positioned in a very, very different way to this. And that's why the prices are different. Now, a great example is when the tariffs hit, all these luxury brands got affected a lot because their prices got revealed. And comes to show that these Louis Vuitton bags are thousands of dollars, cost just a few dollars, and all of it comes from China anyways. I say that to say that it's all about perception. Okay, over here, the perception that you create of your product is that it's a simple red light therapy product that anybody can buy and anybody can use, and there are tons of alternatives, and we have a good price and we have great reviews and buy from us. Whereas over here, the perception is completely different. You're talking about real customer stories, how it helps, you're showing results, you're comparing it to surgery. All right. And then when somebody goes ahead and decides to purchase, okay, they're not thinking about what they're thinking about here. They're thinking about the fact that they're comparing the price point of $199 to the effect that they want, which is a younger looking skin, which is not a big deal if that's what your comparison is. So the perception is different, right? So if you went and bought a Louis Vuitton bag straight from the factory, where you saw all these other bags as well that are just kept there, right? You wouldn't pay more than a certain price. But then when you walk into the boutique and you get greeted with a salesperson and it's all shown really nicely, and now you're thinking more about the brand name and appearance, now you're going to pay a lot more. So those are some factors that you have to keep into account. But now I use this a lot, where I will go ahead and find a product on Amazon that is cheap. I know that there's a market for it that will pay more. I will go ahead and build up that perception and take advantage of that price discrepancy and make a huge profit. doing that. Okay. So we went on a little bit of a tangent on Amazon supplier relations XYZ, but let's get back to what they're selling. Okay. Then what they're doing is they have some order bumps right here, which is, hey, do you want to add these things to your order as well? Right. This item is for $560, which is like about 100 or $200. Do you want to add this? Right. If not, what do you want to do? Right. Do you want to add the conducting gel, right? So they have this as an order bump here as well. Okay. Then I love this. Look at the amount of information that they have. Look at just the amount of information that they have. Any particular question that you could have about this is addressed right on. Any objection, anything that you wanted to. I love this. I think I'm going to introduce this style into a lot of funnels that I use, right? Have it straight up. Have it be straight up. Okay, then you have real customer results. And these customer results, what I love that they did was it's not like drastic. Like she hasn't aged back like a ton. So hold on, let me show you what I mean by that. There was this one Kardashian person. Okay, so it's not like this. Okay, this is Kris Jenner, right? This is the Kim Kardashian's mom. And she went from looking like this to looking like this. And she did that through surgery. But this is freaking unbelievable. And that's what most people do when they're selling beauty, is that they have like unrealistic, like this is not attainable, and people know it, right? You're not going to fool people. You're not going to trick people into believing this. But this, very slight difference, right? This is sagging. It goes back in. She's still looking like the same person. Over here again, this person has sagging skin. You can still see it's loose, but it's like these folds are gone. That's what people are aiming for. If you can give them this, that's what makes them happy, right? So, okay, real customer results, then a really nice display of what the product does, the clinical and the scientific explanation, how to use the product, what you get in the kit, reviews, more FAQs. Look at how many. Should I reapply the gel every time it dries out? Is it safe to use? Which therapy is best for my skin? Is it effective? Is it safe? When will I get it? There's so many. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Okay. So now let's talk about, now that we understand the offer, let's look at the marketing a little bit, right? So I've gone ahead and seen their ads. So now I reviewed this back when they had a ton of active ads. I'm unsure of where they're driving most of their traffic from. It seems to have either shifted from Meta or shifted from their main Meta page. But what I do like that I'm seeing is that they have some ads that have been active since March 2nd. Okay. So I do really like that. The fact that they have ads that have been active since March, April, May, June, July, right? So they've had these ads have been active for 5 months. And I love that. So we're going to look at some of these active ads because these are definitely something that we can go ahead and model. Let's go ahead and unmute and review this ad together.
How this Genian affordable device transformed sagging, wrinkled skin for over 1 million people. We're going to show you exactly how it works in just 30 seconds. Starting now, as we age, the muscles in our face and neck weaken, and our body produces less collagen, the essential protein that keeps our skin firm and smooth. This results in sagging skin, fine lines, and a loss of elasticity, making us look older. The Roberto Skin Lift Device, developed by world-renowned dermatologist Dr. Roberto, utilizes a breakthrough combination of advanced skincare technologies, red light therapy, electrical muscle stimulation, and heat compression. Simply glide the device over your face and neck. The red light therapy penetrates deep into the skin to boost collagen production, while the EMS pulses gently contract and strengthen facial muscles, lifting sagging areas, and the heat compression enhances blood circulation, allowing nutrients to reach deeper layers for optimal skin rejuvenation. It's even easier to use than scrolling through Facebook. The Roberto Skin Lift device is clinically proven to reduce fine lines, tighten loose skin, and restore your youthful glow, all without painful procedures or expensive treatments.
Couple of things that I noticed. The first thing is they made a mistake in the first word. Instead of saying genuine, they said genuine or something like that. And I think that might have been done intentionally because they want people to comment saying it's not genuine, it's whatever, right? And then that basically gets a lot of engagement. And then essentially that gets you cheaper cost per click because Facebook thinks people are every person they show the ad to is engaging with it. And so that's awesome. So, this is a very high level trick, is to place a mistake on purpose so that you get comments about it. But what I really, really enjoyed about is the hook. Okay, now they're getting away with this because I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how, but they're pulling on the skin, and this is what most people are doing. And then this first 2 seconds shows everything. How this genuine, right? It should have been properly spelled. Affordable device transforms sagging skin, right? So there's the sagging skin. This is the thing, okay? And then I really like the educational aspect of it. So me personally, I like creating educational ads. So they talk about collagen production, how it slows down, and how it's one of the main ingredients, right? And then there's Mr. Roberto developed this that helps you boost collagen, and it's very, very easy to use. It penetrates the skin and it gives you younger looking skin. Very, very good ad. Lots of before afters, lots of good hook points. And so you can see how it's not a basic ad, and that's what that's my main thing out here on YouTube that I preach is don't do basic ads. Like try and get into the mindset of the customer and produce an ad that would actually benefit them, right? Even if they don't buy the product, they end up learning something about their issue and maybe even some tips about how to solve it. Okay, now the real genius takes place when you click shop now. Okay, so when you click shop now, you're taken to this page, which is the funnel page, right? You're not taken to this page because this page is the price. They're not going to reveal the price just yet. They know that the price is a lot. So what they're going to do is they're going to first talk about how this product works, and we're going to go through this funnel together. Okay, so you've just seen this ad, you've learned about collagen, you've learned that you don't have much, you've learned that you need it. Now when you come here, boom, they hit the nail right on the head. Get rid of sagging loose skin without painful or expensive treatments. Headlines don't need to be complicated. They just need to talk about the issue straight up. Then you need to just straight up address what is it. Most Shopify stores don't even have headlines. You should think about, doing this for yourself, okay? So then this is from a doctor. Look in the mirror and barely recognize your neck. You're not alone. That once firm skin around your neck and jawline is now sagging, wrinkled, and looser by the day. It's not your fault. It's gravity. I love when they do that. I love when they don't make it your fault and they make it somebody else's, okay? Here's the truth. Creams don't work. Surgery is risky. But this top dermatologist developed this device that requires no needles, no downtime, and will give you real visible results. So many people are ditching their scarves and high collars because that's what people do to hide their neck and finally love what they see in the mirror. So there's a lot of nice psychology in here. You guys can see talking about the issues, talking about the additional deeper issues like scarves and high collars, right? That people feel like they need to hide, and they address the competitors directly. They say creams and surgery are too risky and don't really fix it. Then they go into the 5 reasons why this product is amazing, right? They look at the fact that it's a 4.8 rating. So first thing they want to talk about is that the fact that it works, okay? See results fast, okay? Both for men and women. Medical grade technology. It's like a spa-like treatment, featured globally, one of a kind. Saves you thousands. Feel like you look younger, fresher, and confident. 30-day money back guarantee. And then finally, when you decide to buy it, you apply the discount. Now you're taken to the product page, and then the rest is history where you add to cart and you go ahead and purchase it. Now, if you enjoyed this process of acquiring customers, the 2-page setup, you like this product, and this is something that you can see yourself doing. Maybe you figured out that you want to be in this market in the US, or you figured out, hey, I want to launch this product in my own country. I want to white label this product. I want to drop ship this product. Whatever your way of thinking is related to this product, let me show you how you can start selling it. So now what we do inside of ShopFunnels, and for those of you guys who don't know, ShopFunnels is a website that builds out these stores as a business in a box. Okay, what does that mean? That means we've built out these exact same pages that they've used. Okay, all we do is swap out the images and the text and we give it to you. And we don't just give it to you, we give it to you with all the customer research already done, right? So you essentially will have, let me actually pull up the research. Give me a second. I just uploaded it. So as you guys can see right here, all of the customer research is done. Okay, so you can find out you can find out crucial things about the product. You can find the competitors. You can find suppliers. There's a huge profit margin over here. You can find out how the product's been performing, why it's a winning product. the customer avatar, so you can learn a little bit more about the customer, right? Then you can look at my ABO testing strategy for this particular product, then my CBO scaling strategy for this particular product. Then you can look at the Facebook ad angles that I would use and the organic marketing angles that I would use. Everything is in here and it's all available right here. So I'm going to show you how, using this funnel builder, you can go ahead and start launching this exact same product in literally minutes, okay? Because normally, if you decide to do this on Shopify, what would happen is that you would need to first build it out on Shopify, import the product from your supplier, then you would need to download a page builder, build a page, then connect the page builder to the app. Then you would have to do a ton of other things before you could launch it, right? There's a ton of setup required. With ShopFunnels, it's really not. It's very simple. You go create a funnel, you go to pre-built dropshipping stores. We have a lot of businesses in a box, and we have a lot of premium templates, okay? You can go here, you can preview it, you can decide if this is the one for you, and then you can go ahead and put this in, okay? So this is the red light therapy funnel, and then it's loaded into your account instantly. Now, what is really left for you to do to launch this funnel? Because it's launch ready, right? It's launch ready. It has everything exactly as the first funnel. We've also used AI to swap out the images and text, but we keep it very, very close. So for example, over here, where it says get rid of, right? We say goodbye to, right? So it said get rid of sagging. We say goodbye to sagging. So we've really changed it up, right? So you can launch it as yourself. We've given it a little bit of a brand feel as well, because my goal for you is all you have to do is hide the fact that this is a template. So hide these blocks, click save, go ahead and put in your details here. Just change out the number, or if you have one, or if you don't, just delete it, put in your support email address, right? And then, by the way, the products are already added here as well. So if you look at the products, we've already added the products and priced them. If you want to change the price a little bit, fine, no worries. Okay, and then you launch the store and you start getting orders, and you can auto fulfill from within ShopFunnels. So this is a Shopify replacement, but what it allows you to do is it's a business in a box where you can essentially just download this entire business. Like I said, with 2-3 steps, I have everything ready and working and looking perfect. Okay, looking absolutely perfect. So if this is something that you're interested in, all you have to do to get ShopFunnels is to just click that first link down below and join it and try ShopFunnels for just $1. That's right. Try ShopFunnels for just $1. And when you join ShopFunnels, if this is a new software for you, every single person that joins ShopFunnels also gets access to the ShopFunnels Sprint system, which is a very short mini course designed to help you launch within a day. We'll show you how to use this, because whenever I use a new software and there isn't a training on it, I'm just always going back and forth with support, which we also have. But if you go through this training that you get access to, if you've never used the software before, you'll be able to use it. Okay. With that being said, guys, go ahead. If this is the product that you want to launch, or if you feel like this page is really, really nice and you want to launch a product similarly, then you have like a perfect template that you can use, right? Over here, you have your main headline. Over here, you have your copy. Over here, you have your reason. So you just swap it out, and then you have the basis of a really, really good business. So use it however you wish to, okay? Now, we're at the end of the video, guys. So now there are literally only 3 things that you can do to go ahead and start your business, because I don't want you to have watched this video, gathered on this knowledge, and not take any steps in the positive forward direction of actually building and launching your business. So the first step that you can take is take my free, absolutely free e-commerce masterclass, where you and I, we're going to talk about how I actually build e-commerce businesses, my exact step-by-step strategy, and everything that I spoke about. There's a little bit more in-depth analysis of that inside of this free training. So for those of you guys who want to learn more, this is the perfect place to get started. For those of you guys who want to just get your hands dirty and get started as well, then I would say take the $1 trial to ShopFunnels, and after $1, you pay as low as $49 or $59 a month, depending on the plan that you choose. And this replaces Shopify, and to get the same look and feel in Shopify, you'd either have to pay thousands to a quarter or hundreds of dollars in app fees, or both, right? So with Shopify, it already comes in one downloadable form. All right. And for those of you guys who want to work with me personally, want to work with me one-on-one, you understood everything that I said over here, but you want to sort of talk to me on a weekly basis and not just have me build your funnels like this, but also the ads, right? We saw the ads over here. Now these ads look amazing, but obviously they're a little bit more detailed in nature and you're not experienced building stuff like this. Well, my editors are, and we will create very similar ads for you to launch. So that's what the Elite program is. It's mentorship. It's us in a private mastermind, weekly calls together, plus my team will actually build the ads for you. And the way that I've done it is if you actually get ShopFunnels for the year, so you not only have the software for the year, okay, you not only pay like only $49 a month, right? Not only will you get the software for a year, you also get mentorship for a year. So the way that I think about it is if you're going to stick with my software for a year, I'm going to make sure in that year that you are successful. Okay. So when you unlock the Elite access, you get a lot of stuff. You get all of this when you join the yearly program. All right. That's it, guys. We have something in here for anybody who wants to take their first positive step forward. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We're at the end of the video. Let me know in the comments down below anything else you want to learn. Consider subscribing if this is your first time watching this video and you found it to be valuable, and there's a ton of other content like that you can enjoy. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.